And welcome to the Aaron Katzman Show. I'm your host, Aaron Katzman. You speak for your life, your money, and your investments. And as always, we're coming to you from the spiritual and soon-to-be financial capital of the world, Jerusalem, Israel. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. And if you've not yet done so, please subscribe to both the YouTube channel and to the podcast. And if you've not yet done so, or you have done so, but you think that somebody else will benefit from the brilliance of this show, please share it, because that will help us a lot as well. So now I want to talk about, why is it the Generation Z is just like throwing up their hands and are saying, the heck with it. We can't make it. The American dream is dead. The Israeli dream is dead. We're never going to get ahead financially. So the heck with it. So, correct. Things are more expensive than they used to be. I saw some statistic that 40 years ago in the US, the average median house cost 2.5 times your income. In today's dollars, that came out to about $250,000. Today, it's somewhere around 6 times your income, which comes out to nearly $500,000, right? So things are definitely more expensive. Cars have outpaced inflation. Rent, housing has outpaced inflation. Here in Israel, I don't know, it's like you have to spend, I don't know how many years of salary, your annual income to purchase a dwelling facility. But does that mean that you should throw up your hands? Well, we have data that in the US, that's actually what's happening. People are just saying, the heck with it. I'm going to buy clothes. I'm going to travel. I'm going to spend lots of money on food and entertainment because I don't believe I can get ahead anymore. Now, I think that's sad because the fact of the matter is you can get ahead. Okay. Now, I'm not going to say, well, cut out the coffee at Starbucks or the coffee at Aroma. You know, one coffee a day is, $4 or $5, $25 a week. You know, it's $1,000. Yeah, that'll help. It'll certainly help if you cut that back and you get free coffee in your office, for example, and you put that money into investing. But that's not what's going to buy you a house. Okay, but what is going to buy you a house is thinking about the future. Okay, if you just throw your hands up and you say, the hell with it when you're 25 years old, and you don't think about the future, and, oh, the system is stacked up against me, I can never get ahead. What do you think is going to happen? You're never going to get ahead, right? But if at a young age you start saving, right? You put away money, maybe you take a little bit of a side job as well, you go all in, you can get ahead. You ask for a raise every year. These are ways to get big chunks of money, not saving on coffee, right? You know, instead of buying chicken breast, you buy chicken wings because they're cheaper. Chances are that's not going to get you the house. I'm not saying not to do that, okay? But you do also have to balance. We have to live a little bit. You have to live within your means, right? So if you have a little bit more means, then you can allow yourself more. You don't have to be miserable in life, but you do have to be responsible. Those are two different things. Maybe that's a different podcast, but I'm all for responsibility, right? But to think that, buying chicken wings instead of chicken breasts is going to get you to, to your home in Beverly Hills is probably not going to happen. Okay, but that doesn't mean, A, that you shouldn't be responsible and save money, number one. Number two, you might not buy a house in Beverly Hills, right? Something might have to give on both sides, but you can get ahead. Okay, so what are some things you can do to get ahead? Well, obviously on the expense side, cutting things back, but you don't have to go like totally bare bones. Obviously, if you're in debt, you got to get yourself out of debt, right? When you're paying 25% on your credit card, it's pretty stupid to keep that debt around, right? You want to get rid of it ASAP because that's better than any kind of investment, even on TikTok. You know what they're pitching you. You ain't going to get any investments that are going to return 25% a year. So get rid of all of your debt as soon as possible. Once you do that, yeah, you have to set up a budget and you have to pay yourself first and you have to save. But there are other things that you can do to get chunks of money, and that will help you sort of get yourself into the express lane towards home ownership or give you a leg up if that's what your goal is, or give yourself a leg up on building wealth. And that could be, asking for a raise. Okay. That could be getting yourself a side job, a side hustle, right? Where you can make a couple of $1,000s a month in your free time, in your spare time, giddy up. right? That'll get you there pretty quick. That'll get you a down payment fast, especially when you couple that with whatever it is that you're bringing in. Okay, so don't throw up your hands. I can't do it. The system is against me. That was a thing in the past where people got it. My parents got ahead, you know, it was like magic. It was like they snapped their fingers and they bought a beautiful house and they had millions of dollars in savings and they drove a nice car. That's not what happened. Wake up. Everybody works hard to make, to grow your wealth, to create a secure financial future. Okay, don't be a baby and say, I can't do it. Okay, the system's against me, everything's too expensive, so I'm just gonna live for, I'm gonna live for now. I hear that all the time. Oh my God. I hear that I'm just gonna forget it. I'm gonna live for today. I don't know what tomorrow is gonna bring, so I'm gonna live for today. Well, you know what happens in 99% of the cases? Tomorrow brings with it more responsibility and more need for you to have some money left over, and you blew it all yesterday on drinks and a steak. Think about that. You're blowing your future so that you can have a steak, drink a beer, and go see Thailand. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't do any of those things, but again, do it responsibly. Drink responsibly. We know that you need to do, but eat responsibly and travel responsibly. Leave money over, save. Save within what you have in your salary. Invest. If you're getting 401ks, get that match and put money in. That's like free money. Put money into retirement plans, put money into taxable savings. You've got to do it. And if you don't have enough margin, if you're not putting enough away every single month, and you don't have other responsibilities, get yourself a side gig so you can kick up your income, which will A, get you out of debt, and B, put you on a fast track to putting down a down payment and buying a home, if that's what your goal is, or putting yourself on a fast track where if you can add, in addition to whatever you're adding, an extra $15,000, $20,000 a year into savings, and you're in your 20s or your early 30s, giddy up, right? With compound interest, you're gonna have so much money by the time you're 35 or 40, let alone when you're 65. So of course you can do it. Okay, things are hard. Yeah, things are hard. Life stinks, okay? Life is not a bowl of cherries. That doesn't mean that you throw your hands up and you give up. So life is hard. Everybody has challenges. Your parents had challenges. Even the wealthy people that you see now have challenges. They might not be financial challenges, but they have other challenges. Nobody's got it perfect. Everybody's got problems. So yours might be financial. So figure it out. Don't throw up your hands and give up. You don't give up in life. You charge forward and you work it out. And all of a sudden, then you have the satisfaction of conquering that goal as well. It's unbelievable. It just gets so frustrated. People say, oh my God, I'm just going to forget it. I can't make it work. Things aren't going to happen. Just live for today. What is that? I'm not saying you can enjoy today, but you have to think about tomorrow and the tomorrow after that. And next week and next month and next year and 25 years from now. Okay? So you can do it. And if it means you have to work a little harder and take a side hustle, so do that. And you can go up to once in a while and buy a coffee at Starbucks. Nothing's going to happen. You're not going to get struck by lightning, by catsmen. Okay? It's okay. But you have to live within your means. You have to be responsible. And part of being responsible is thinking for the future, thinking about the future. And if things are a little tough, so figure out a way to get yourself more money. It's not the end of the world. Okay, it's hard. Don't cry. Go out and do it. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps and do it. You can do it. We all have faith in you that you can do it. Okay? Thanks so much for tuning in. You've been watching the Aaron Katzman Show, where we speak about your life, your money, and your investments. If you like this content, please hit the like button below. If you've not yet done so, please subscribe to both the YouTube channel and to the podcast. And if you think somebody might, there's some Gen Zer out there who could actually use this advice, please feel free to share it with them so we can get the word out. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll speak to you soon.